Grand day, gems and jewels, welcome. I am your host, Corinthia Peoples, and this is Power in My Pivot, where we discuss how the extraordinary become extraordinary through the power of pivoting. Pivoting means the central point or shaft of which a mechanism turns. In this context, in Power in My Pivot, the central point is me and you. The pin or the shaft is our lives, and the mechanism is us achieving our sought after dreams and goals and visions for ourselves. The time has come for us to control our narrative and set the stage, baby, through leading by example. On today's edition of Power in My Pivot, I will discuss how regular folks, such as me and you, have shoes to fill. Let's unpack it. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Yes. Power in My Pivot is a discussion where we unpack the details of our pivot, of our transition, whether that's circumstantial, voluntarily, or out of sheer survival. It's a talk of our soul's journey and our evolution as humans. Welcome, welcome all to the room. This is an inter-participatory dialogue. So feel free to drop comments in the chat and engage. I would love for that to happen. And at this time, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Corinthia Peoples, and please give us a thumbs up or a like. That will be also awesome as well. So, we're going to unpack some things. We just lost an icon in our community, Cicely Tyson. And like many of the deaths of our celebrities, sometimes it hit really close to us. It's almost like they're a part of our family. Like we know them personally, but there's a soul connection, I feel, to these people that we've lost. So Cicely Tyson, with her transition, that hit me hard. Another one that hit hard for me was Tina Marie. Yes, honey, I love me some Tina Marie. Tina Marie was my symbolism of liberation. She was like, if someone said, what would be the person for liberation? What would be the symbol for liberation with you? What face would that be? It would be Tina Marie for me. But on this edition, we're going to be talking about Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson's transition. And transition, what I mean by that is from the physical realm into the spiritual realm, right? When I heard of her transition, it brought 5 words to my spirit. And those 5 words were, we have shoes to fill. We have shoes to fill. We have shoes to fill. If you are someone that are filling your shoes, where you're pivoting and you're being the full you, then I encourage you to continue and not to take your eyes off the prize. Continue to be the full you, regardless of what anybody has to say about what you bring to the world. Because what I know for sure is that each of us has an individual footprint on this world that we're here to do. Just as each of us has an individual fingerprint, we have an individual footprint that we have to leave on the world. So if you're someone who's filling your shoes or stepping into your shoes or putting your shoes on, honey, keep putting them shoes on. Stay focused. If you're someone who's still sitting and wondering what you should be doing, it's okay to be there at that piece too, you know? But I'm here to tell you that we have to move forward in our ideas, no matter what others think of our ideas. They're ours and they belong to us. And they're really not for anybody else to understand but us and to bring it forth into the world. Child, honey, I need us to put away all the obstacles, close our eyes, and jump into our own narrative and fill our own shoes. So the thing of we have shoes to fill, the shoes that we're filling are our own shoes. Those are the shoes we are filling is our own shoes. Are we filling our own shoes? Are they too big, too small? Do they hurt our feet? Because it's time for us to fill our own shoes. Because we have shoes to fill. Mostly we have our own shoes to fill, as I've said over and over. You know, I look at the lives of people like Cicely Tyson and James Baldwin and Chadwick Boseman and Kobe Bryant and John Lewis, to name only a few of our earthly angels whose work is already done, right? And I wonder, and I ask myself, will I get to my own greatness and fill my own shoes, right? We can only stand in our own shoes and walk our individual prescribed paths. We all have our shoes that we have to wear and we must journey in. No one can stand in our shoes for us, even though sometimes our journey is scary sometimes, and we want others to come with us. And that may be the case to a certain degree. But then at a certain point, we have to walk our own path. We have to take our own road. And we have to stand in our own shoes. That's what Cicely Tyson did. She stood in her own shoes. She took her own path. She carved out her own way. And that's what we have to do. And I'm sure on her journey, because she was a human being on this planet, just like me and you, she had times where she was fearful and she was shaking in her boots. So we too have to know that even when we shake and we are afraid, we have to still go the course, stand in our own shoes, because we have shoes to fill. Now, how? How? Then how do I ask myself, how do we stand in our own shoes, right? Because everybody has a passion. Everyone has a goal, a dream. How do we get there? For those who are on the road to getting there, even myself, how do I get there? I guess getting there, I do the thing that is new. I do the thing even if we are afraid. The only way we get to pass fear is to go through fear. We have to jump into action. It's going to take audacity. Sure audacity. Sure audacity. Maya Angelou talked about us having audacity. Audacity to be a phenomenal woman. Audacity to be an African woman. Audacity to be great. Audacity to be magnificent. Audacity to be fabulous. Audacity for me to come on here and just speak my words. We're going to have the audacity, honey, to stand in our own shoes. What else will we need? I need you to chime in right now. Put it in the chat. How do we stand in our own shoes? How? What are some of your tips that's caused you to stand in your own shoes? I have a few people that are watching. Please chime in. I'm going to put, hi, Deshaun. Yes. Now, Deshaun, thank you, sis. I'm going to put your comment up here. Authenticity. Yes, Deshaun. Yes. Give thanks. I want to show that. Authenticity. So truth. Give it. Yes. This is some of how we're gonna stand in our own shoes, by being truthful with ourselves, being authentic with ourselves. Because let me just say, tell you a story. Intention. Every time I come live, there's a moment where I have to stop and I have to say, Spirit, what do you want me to bring? What is it that you need to work through me? Every time I come here, I need to get aligned with where I'm needing to be and what needs to come forward through me. Every time. And I think that's a part of each great person's journey. There's a spiritual connection to their destiny. There's a spiritual, like almost a line, an umbilical cord to their greatness, to what they are to do in the world. Me and you, we all have that same umbilical cord. Kim Sean says, thank you, Kim. Belief. We got to believe. Yes. We got to believe in ourselves. Magic. We got to know. Yes, Kim, I agree. We got to know that we got magic and that we can use our magic at any time, baby. We can tap into our magic. Yes. Keep it coming, sisters. I love you, queens, for being present, knowing. That's my thing. Knowing that we know that we know that I know that you know that I know that you know. We got to know that we're here for a reason. We got shoes to fill. Cicely Tyson, all these lives that have left us, especially as in our race, in our culture. I don't hear about these other cultures. I don't know about them a lot, I must admit. But we've lost a lot of great ones. Now I am calling each and every one of us out to step into our shoes. Not only do we have shoes to fill, we got to fill our own shoes, our own footprint. Worth, Kim Sean says. Worth. We got to know we worthy. Every time I get on here, I say, who am I to be coming up on this live thing, talking some stuff? And then there's this little voice that says, who are you not? And yes, I know that's cliche because of our wonderful Nelson Mandela. Who are you not to be great? Well, you know, it's cliche, but it's truth. It's truth. Deshaun says, connect to the perfect power within. Yes, showing up. Ooh, child. Just by showing up, Deshaun, you are so right. Z formation. What they say is 3 snaps in a Z formation, baby, just by showing up. Commitment. That's a part of my health tip, actually. Actually, of what motivated me to do this show was just to show up. Kim Sean, love of self. Show up. Show up. That is so simple, but it's so profound because my commitment to me and perhaps the shoes that I need to fill for myself is showing up. Just simply showing up. Showing up is powerful. Deshaun says, you are present, Corinthia. Oh, I got chills. Thank you, Deshaun. We're all present. When I heard of Cicely Tyson's death, 5 words came to mind. We have shoes to fill. Where there is a purge, newness comes forward. There is a purge that is happening on the planet. And newness is coming forward. You and me, we're new. Zeke, that's tech, he's new. We're all new. If we're doing a new thing, we're showing up new. Thank you, Deshaun. Going within for guidance. Deshaun, be present. Yes. Yes. Now, and if you're wondering about all these comments, if for those who are going to look at this stream later, the thing is how to stand in your own shoes. And the sisters, Deshaun and Kim Sean, came through and then spit some serious wisdom on how. Not just talking about, oh, we need to fill our own shoes. We need to, we're losing a lot of great people. We need to step up. We need to do these things. Okay, but how? So me and my sisters who have came forward, these queens, Deshaun and Kim Sean, has said all the things of how we get to stand in our shoes. How? We got to do the thing that's new. We have to have authenticity. We got to have tenacity, honey. Yes. Every time I come on this show, I shake. I shake. I shake. But I show up. Brother Cinnabar. Greetings, Brother Cinnabar. Brother Cinnabar says, doing a new thing. Yes, Brother Cinnabar. That's how we fill our new shoes, doing a new thing. Doing the thing that's not in our box, perhaps, and that's new to our spirit. It's a new muscle to work. That's how we stand in our shoes. And we keep leveling up. Keep leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. Deshaun, be bold and courageous right now. Don't wait. Yes, Deshaun, yes. Don't wait. Right now. Right now. I am my sister's keeper. Unity. Because you know what? That's a great one. That is such a great one. Before I came on, I reached out and I said to my sister, Kim Sean, I said, I need your support. We got to reach out. As much as we want to think we have it together, or we want to act like we got it together and we don't need direction and guidance. And sometimes it's some of that shadow self, right? That self that we don't want people to see. But we need to reach out and maybe reveal those shadow selves, because Cicely Tyson, she had a tribe. She was moving in unity. She was moving in unity with others, with Maya Angelou, right? With other greats. But I remember her talking about Maya Angelou and how Maya Angelou was tall and big. And when she walked into a room, she would command the room. And I remember Cicely saying, whoo, I looked at her and said, whoo, I ain't messing with her. It's an interview. We need unity. Because even though I'm shaking in my boots showing up, I know I have my sister coming on to be like, I got you. Even if you got one viewer, I got you. And I'm okay with that. So this is, I'm calling these the 30-minute power plunge. And I will be doing the power plunges, right? We have shoes to feel, and they are our own shoes. We have shoes to feel, and they are our own shoes. We are all here to do a work. We have shoes to feel, and they are our own shoes. Deshaun, being bold and courageous right now. Yes. Unity. Vulnerability. What is a shadow self? A shadow self is the self that's in the cut. It's that self that sometimes we have to counteract within our own self. Our shadow self is the dark. It's like our dark souls, the parts that we don't let people see too often. Because a lot of times they're the battle between the self, the two selves, the two dimensions of who we are. That's our shadow self. Our shadow self is the self that doubts our worth, doubts our value, tells us things that's not true, but that's just a perception of what maybe we've been told, or a perception that was generational curses or generational lineage that's negative. This is the shadow self. I hope that explains it. Give yourself permission. Yeah. Yeah. So for instance, the shadow self, I want to go back to that. Last night I was having some food with a friend, and I said, oh my God, I haven't posted for the show tomorrow. And she goes, oh, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to post. And all the while, I'm talking myself into action, going, do this, tenacity, audacity, have the audacity to do what you have been instructed to do. We all know what we've been instructed to do. I really think we do. It's just doing it. I'm talking myself through to action. Post, honey, show up. And when I post, what that does for me is it helps me make the commitment to myself to show up. When I post, I'm committing to myself to show up. Yeah. Yeah. We have shoes to fill, and they're our own shoes. We don't only speak about the problem, but we render solutions. This week's health tip is to know that you are on path and in position. And every change you feel you should be making right now, just know that you are in position. Just by you thinking the thought to change, you're changing. I'm going to say that again. Know that you're in position. Know that just by you thinking the thought to do a new thing, to change, you're already doing a new thing, and you're already changing. It's already activated, baby. It's already activated. So this is an interparticipatory discussion, right? And I see my sister has asked me a question, and I'm going to put it up here. She asked me, what shoes are you feeling right now? The shoes that I'm feeling right now, I'm showing up. I'm showing up with a word of encouragement. So I guess I'm showing up to be a change agent. I'm showing up to be a change agent. Adding value. That's my intention. Because Sister Deshawn just said how to get to filling our own shoes is to have intention. My intention is to add value. Is to add value to lives and to encourage and be a light. And be a light. I don't know what's going on, but every time I come up with somebody on the show or a message, my spirit says somebody needs to hear it. Say it, speak it. Somebody needs to hear it. No, I'm not for everybody. And everybody's not for me. And that's good. That's cool. That's what makes us special and unique and have a special footprint. So that answers the question. The shoes I'm feeling right now is to show up and be lights. Yes. Also a healer. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. This work is deep, y'all. Child. This is some deep work. This ain't no play. We ain't playing. This is not a dress rehearsal. We get one shot at this. We right here, right now. This ain't no dress rehearsal. This is the real deal. We right here, right now. Let's make it count. Let's make it count. I know we got this. You got this. Deshaun got this. Kim Sean got this. Cinnabar got this. Any eyes that's on this got this. We got this. And if we need help, let's call on each other. Let's call on each other. If you need somebody to say, I got this idea, I just need somebody to say, you can do it. Hit me up in the DMs. I'm going to tell you, you can do it. If you know Deshaun, hit her up in the DMs. She going to tell you, you can do it. If my sisters say I need you, I'm going to say, you can do it. This ain't no dress rehearsal. We have shoes to fill. We have shoes to fill. 5 words. And the shoes that we're filling is our own. Wow, you guys talking to me. I love it. Oh, God, Kim Sean is asking questions, honey. What do I want my legacy to be? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's still unfolding. I'm still being led and guided. I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't articulate that at this point. And that's another thing. If you ask a question and you can't answer it, I'm not going to make it up. I don't know yet. Sister Queen, it's still unfolding. But whatever it is, I know that thing going to shine like new money, baby. Because we're in alignment. You're in alignment. We're in alignment. Let's get in alignment. Just by the thought of being in alignment, we're in alignment. It's already activated. Deshaun, I choose a new life. I forgive myself for all of the mistakes and confusions of the past. I wipe the scale clean and begin anew. The perfect power within me expresses through me right thoughts and attitudes and produce right action in my life. I choose a new life today and do it. And do it is. I think she's one, and so it is. I will agree, and so it is, Sister Deshaun, and so it is. And Kim Sean said, and so it is. And as our holy book says, whatever books, I'm sure this is in more than one book. Quran, Bible, Torah, wherever 3 or more agree, honey. Done. Done. This is the Power Hour. And this week's health tip, again, your thought, for you to think it is already manifesting. Just stay with the thought. Stay with the thought. Let's think big. No, we're magical. We're a magical people. We're magical people. What inspired me this week was releasing my fear to commit. I discovered probably recently that I had a fear of commitment. And this show, and with other shows, has catapulted me into committing. So what inspired me for this show, Deshaun, and so it is, yes. What inspired me for this show is releasing a fear of commitment. But it's my perception of commitment is shifting, right? It's shifting right now as I speak. My perception of commitment is shifting right now. It's activating right now as I speak. So my motivation and inspiration this week was shifting, that my perception of commitment was shifting. And lo and behold, I feel more ready than I've ever felt before to commit to my first relationship. And that's myself. to commit to my first relationship, and that's me. Because if I commit to me, it's easier for me to commit to you. In closing, thank you all for tuning in. Power in My Pivot is a live broadcast that happens every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern. Kings and queens, let's pivot from basic to bona fide, because we cannot lose with the stuff we use, baby. And always remember that ain't nobody better than you, and you ain't better than nobody else. As a wise man, my grandfather, said to me, there is power in your pivot. So pivot. And remember, we have shoes to fill.